Greetings and salutations, and I want to welcome you to a game from my youth. This game was called Phantom Dust. Now, before I get too far off into the weeds, I'm going here because, even the sound here, there, get rid of the music for now. Phantom Dust is a card game, but it's not a card game at the same time. Yet it's free on the Xbox app. If you have the Xbox app on your PC, or I think it's on Game Pass as well, not sure 100%. They brought this back out on PC, more of an upscale up-res version, and it didn't go over as well because it was an obscure gem back in the day. It was brought out by Majesco Entertainment, and it was by far one of the best Xbox titles, original Xbox titles, when it launched. It was so obscure, I can't even explain it. But Phantom Dust was incredible. You play these people known as Espers. Espers go around on the surface. Now, the surface is pretty much like a post-apocalyptic world, right? It's completely bereft of life, except for other Espers. And there's a dust on the surface of the earth that makes you forget. Makes you forget who you are, where you were, where you came from, forget your name, and hence why it's Phantom Dust. You forget everything. So you're giving code names like Alpha, Cuff Button, and believe me, I have my own opinions of Cuff Button. But the game has a strategy. You create this deck, so to speak, of abilities. And these abilities range from reusable abilities, one-time abilities, shielding abilities, deflecting abilities, and other abilities that allow you to alter your opponent, and you each have 20 life. And it can be up to a 4-player game where you and a friend go against you and another person. Or not you, but you and a friend go against 2 other people. You can do a singular combat. This was a game that I referred to that one of my friends and I had a perfect strategy going on, and we wouldn't win 100% of the time, but it was a perfect strategy. It was never executed 100% of the time perfectly, which is what was in the margin of error of loss. But the PvP in this game was you have to kill your opponent to 0. Now, there's 2 ways to go about this. If they draw through their entire deck, because they pop up as these little spheres on the map, if they draw through their entire deck, as it's called, they start taking 1 point of damage. Like fatigue. Every time a sphere would spawn and there's no sphere to spawn, they take a point. And it will eventually become lethal. The other way is through just damaging spells and just hit them with it and they die. My friend was using 2 spells. One was Heat from Void, which says for each unmapped button on your face thing, where you'll see like 4 spells mapped in the face, right? For each unmapped space, it does 4 damage. And he runs up and hits you with Heat from Void. It's a melee attack. And when he hits you with Heat from Void, I believe it's a melee attack, actually. I could be wrong. It could be a ranged attack, but I'm pretty sure it was melee. He runs up and he hits you, you'll take 16 damage. All he has to do is hit you twice, you're dead. Yes, you can block it. Yes, you can evade. But that's not where the whole thing comes in. He also had abilities in his tray that were erasing the other abilities off of their controller. So you could erase abilities off the opponent's controller and then hit him with Heat from Void for the extra damage. A lot of strategy went into this. My deck was creating reflective spells and creating defensive spells, and then going over to the opponent's spheres with 2 abilities, Smash and Shatter. One shatters the energy spheres, which are white, and the other one smashes the non-energy spheres, which is everything else. And so I'd sit there smashing their spheres, and then wait for them to respawn, and then smash their spheres until they were out of spheres. Well, meanwhile, my friends over there nuking their face buttons and then trying to Heat from Void. And we did this in a 2v2, and it worked to great effect. There was a couple times that it didn't work out so well, but you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a very, like I said, it's a very,
Nobody
wow.
remembers anything.
It's a very loud game too, apparently. That should have been on the sound that got turned down. Ow. I'm not going anywhere till I turn it down over here. Holy crap. I turned it down in the game, or at least I thought I did. Wow. That's quite loud, actually. And you can see it was made, back in the old Xbox days. Yeah, see, you can't tell who he is. Nobody knows who they are, but you and this other guy were found on the surface. I just have to remember where I'm going. Oh, God. It's been years. Like, literal years since I've done this. Oh, now the door's open. Ow. Seriously, it's gonna get very loud. It seems you don't recall your name. Here are some options. Based on the location we found you, where you were found, we'll call you Alpha. Means all things begin. Also means the unknown. Sure, I'll go with that. Now on, you're called Alpha. Go meet Meister, the combat instructor. There's Chunky and Arthur. I. There's No. And by the time you reach the surface, you'll have forgotten it. Exactly. Oh, battle terminal's on the other side. Okay. Suputaki. Alright, it's over here. The main game is when you get to the surface. Like, yeah. It's gotta be down here. Hey, No's there. Nope. Oh, that's not the place I'm looking for. Never mind. His name is Edgar. Meister, he's over there. Meister. Oh, there he is. Vision's combat instructor. I'll accompany you to the surface, and this is the tutorial. Essentially. Battle terminal, you receive your missions. You can go talk to Tetsuya for your missions. He assign you a mission. It's fantastic. Let me explain how missions work. The missions do not allow underground dwellers to visit the surface. We are the scouts. Let's see. There's underground town and then the palace. To the surface. Scout attacks. The extra lectures detail attack and defense skills. After this, you'll understand the basics of combat. You win Meister's approval. Good to go. And Meister's the partner on the list. And we're there.
Take a look around. Use the right thumb.
Okay. You need to look for the ruins so you can go back to the surface for good. See? 20 health. Yeah, okay, we got it.
Remember below your aura number.
Aura level.
Some attacks are best avoided by moving out of the way. Click the left thumbstick to jump.
Which that seems unwieldy, click the left stick to jump, but...
To locate the enemy...
Oh, mato.
You cannot move the camera.
Can't move the camera, you can deactivate it, and then you can move the camera freely. Red capsule, that's your sphere that I was talking about. and it's playing classical music.
When the information
Bullet of fire. Ah! Got hit with rapid cannon. And it leaves dents in the ground when you get hit. Got him. And the memory boxes are part of the storyline. But you don't play this game for the story. You play this game for the thrilling battles that actually occur with other players in the multiplayer. But the multiplayer has kind of died off for this game, which is sad because of how good it is. Hi, Cuff Button. Don't get me started on Cuff Button. You get missions, okay? And some of these missions require you to go to the surface with Cuff Button. Cuff Button just does nothing but completely screw around. He is the most worthless partner to take to the surface. Not even his bait. He's not even good bait. He is that worthless. Watchful Eye. And I gotta win Meister's approval again, which doesn't really matter. It's just defeat the enemy. And I bet you they're gonna go through defensive spells.
first,
Yep, there's the... Yep. Different skills for ranges for attacks. Capture the skills from the capsules. Blue ones contain defensive skills. There's laser. There's flash barrier. And there's vacuum slash. Now, you'll notice that vacuum slash is a one-time use. Come here, Watto. And yes, you can destroy the ground. You can destroy the ground in some spots, which makes it very problematic for maneuvering. Now, the one-time skills like Vacuum Slash generally are more powerful, but again, the trade-off is you can only use it once. Once it's used, it's gone. I think it's limit 2 per deck. It might be limit 3. I'm not 100% on that. I know it's a 30... Hey, panorama. Ooh, close proximity battles. Qualification screening. Counterattack. See? 3 missions. But the stuff you do in this game, you'll eventually start earning these things as craftable cards and everything. And when you get more of these cards and everything, it makes it better. About face, wall, and flash barrier. Like that. Send it back at him. I did that too soon. Send it back at him. Those credits are used to build your deck. I'm telling you, this game should make a resurgence. It honestly should. It is absolutely manic when you're doing a 4-player game online. It was back in the day. It was absolutely crazy. But it's so good. Fire of Gehenna. We'll go with close proximity battles. I know some of the sounds get annoying with the whole moo, moo, moo droning and everything, but this is just to get through these missions and everything. Once you start getting into once you start doing the online play, it's just you log in and you go from there. Splashdown, flash barrier, vacuum slash. Okay. Whoops. Another vacuum slash? Sure is. So sometimes you want players that are well versed in melee combat. That way you can actively fight against other players. I have 3 flash barriers now. And that's the thing, is like, if let's say you're good at melee combat and your partner is good at ranged combat, solid strategy to have. He sits there and just bombs people from a distance while you run up and punch people right in the teeth. Works gloriously if you don't go into advanced tactics like my friend and I did. And I'll never forget the heat from Void. I'll never forget it as long as I live. I was the one that was just like, wait a minute, I could delete skills if I land this attack. Once it caught on that people could delete skills and then do heat from Void, it got to be really interesting because you could delete repeatable skills. And when you were deleting repeatable skills, the problem was people started using temporary skills so that they couldn't be deleted. And then you had to guard against temporary skills, and you had to understand which guards could guard against what. Because, like, Wall that puts up the stone can guard against things like Vacuum Slash. So it's interesting. Fires of Gehenna. If I remember correctly, that one does... What's that do? I know it's very powerful. I think it does damage to self. Less power defensive skills are useless against it. Ah, yeah. Enemy loses health every time he uses it. Yeah, see, Fires of Gehenna hits a lot harder. Ha ha ha. He was out of range. Well, he just shot a hole in the wall. Yeah, you could, like I said, you could blow the holes in the wall, and then you could start shooting through those holes in the wall. So defensive positions and hiding behind walls is only good for the time being. Eventually, the walls come crumbling down, and then you're just left in the lurch. Such a good game. It's not even that old of a game, and I'm surprised it doesn't have that big of a following. You'd figure that
First,
people would
now locate the second.
you'd figure that people would want to have like some form of got him with Psychic Spear.
You are attacks will do no damage while your enemy is knocked down or flashing.
That's fine. They don't need to. Psycho Spear, Vacuum Slash. That's good. I'll take it. Oh, you...
You don't have enough aura to use this skill. Your
I know.
aura will regenerate over time.
Oh, he shot the thing and I shot him. That's so good. Like, obviously the computers are very simplistic, but nobody plays this game for the story. Nobody plays this game for the single player. Like the full on joy of this game is the multiplayer aspect. 100%. This is one of those games where if you were to get the game, wait, what did he say? It's one of those games that if you were to get the game, you're not sitting there playing it for the gameplay. You're not for the gameplay. Sorry, you're not sitting there playing it for the storyline. You're playing it for the gameplay. It's kind of like Phantasy Star Online. Phantasy Star Online is a great game, but you're not playing it for the story because the story in PSO is dumpster. Just like with this, the story in this is kind of, but you're playing it for the multiplayer. You're playing it for the online experience, and with PSO, you're playing it for the gameplay and you're playing it for the online experience. Yeah, Meister hasn't said a word. I have to go help Chunky. Now you're on patrol with Chunky. See? The tips don't even help you, though. Also, you'll notice the color, right? Notice how it's green? That's because they're using more of the plant-based abilities that have a little plant. They're nature. Because there's four classes. And the aura that you give off tells the opponent what type of deck you're running within reason. Because it shows the primary number of cards. Like, the aura is your primary number of cards in said deck. I also love the fact that it's all classical music in the background on here. Ooh, wall of fire. Ooh, bullet of fire. And that's just wall. Anti-pierce? Sure. I'll go with that. Ooh, not good. I need something else. Splashdown. Range is short, though. Okay. Think about face. And yes, if you run out of time, it's over. Got him. No. PH is in the bar again. Drinking. Shocker. That's the place up there that you can get your get some stuff crafted. Oh, there's like, you can't miss it with the flashing neon lights. There it is. Down here in the atrium. Huh, there's PH. Let's see what type of deck PH is running. Oh. Interesting. Oops, missed. Oh, I just took 2 damage from the debris. Oops, I just hit PH for 2. And he just fell through the ground. I'm telling you, once you get to the point where you can start seeing all of your oh god, cuff button. Baroness. In summer. Great. I gotta get. Oh yeah. K. Forgot about him. I gotta go partner up with Cuff Button. Now, unless they've changed Cuff Button's AI, which I doubt they have, you'll see what I mean. Maniac is drunk. Look at him. Rescue a scout. Great. You'll see. He's dumpster. Well, there you go. There you go, Tsubaki. You're saved. Vestio. I didn't know if that was coming to me. I'm surprised Cuff Button did something. Normally he misses with every single attack, and usually hits you in the splash. Talk to Tsubaki to start, or Tetsuya. Okay. All right. Qualification exams. I believe I have to pummel Edgar into submission. Nope, it's not Edgar. It's Freya. You're probably not gonna like this, Freya. But I have no attacks now. Ooh. Forgot about that ability. Ow. Gosh, she's using Tri-Laser. Got her. But yeah, this is like I said, this is Phantom Dust. Phantom Dust was, and I got an achievement. Surface Survivor. Unheeded warning. Took less than 5 points of damage when first meeting Freya. Right around perspective status. Results created. Get the blade. This mission for two of you. Ubiquitous at the lab. Now, Ubiquitous is the guy that I believe has the cards and allows you to customize your deck. Find Edgar. Found Edgar. I don't know why, but every single time I see Edgar, the first thing I see is the Men in Black bit where the lady's like, she's talking to Vincent D'Onofrio. She's like, "Hey, Edgar, your skin is hanging off your bones." Just harkens back. Well, that sucked. And it shows you the path it travels, like lasers in an arc. Yeah, see, when he's frozen like that, he can't use his skills, so you can just pummel him. That was way off. Wall, about face, blaster. right in his back. Nice. Gain a new memory box. Now we're gonna go talk to Ubiquitous. Really? Float. A new skill was discovered near the highway. It affects movement, but details are unavailable. Use it in battle, then report back to the lab. Alright. Float. Special movement skill. Levitate. Levitate's not bad. Bullet of fire. You know what? I'm going to do bullet of fire, splashdown. I don't really care for flash barrier. Got him. That's close. Levitate's alright. It's not the best. But it's cool. Like, do you see what I'm saying? They give you skills that you can work with. What's this one out? Status skills. Alright, after this, I'm going to call the video. But I'm going to do this one first. Use a status skill. Heat. Levitate. Oh, it locks the skills. Move, Edgar! Oh no, heat gives me bonus to my fire damage. Oh. Oh, but it's... Okay, I see what it does. Heat gives you +1 to damage, but it gives you -1 to strengthens your attack, but slows down your aura recovery. So you were giving your status to yourself. So it was giving you a bonus. But this is Phantom Dust. As you can see, it's got status skills, it's got movement skills. It's literally a card game, but you move around the board and you throw your cards as you're equipped on your hand. By far one of the most interesting designs of a game I've ever seen of a genre. Honestly, they need to make more like this. I will say this 100%. Fantastic game. 10 out of 10 recommend. I hope everybody goes watches it. I hope they go and they download it, they give it a shot, play through it, get to the deck building part. I'm not even there yet. I remember it from way back when I was younger. Get to the deck building part. This game is phenomenal. I would love to see the online community revived. Truly. I think everybody would have a wild time with this. Because this came out way before Hearthstone. This came out way before like Magic the Gathering Online or Yu-Gi-Oh! Online. This came out ages before. This was ahead of its time. Could you imagine it today? That you could have a competitive scene of this. If somebody could remake just this competitive scene version, just this, the whole PvP, give access to all the skills, and then just pick and choose, it'd be absolutely phenomenal. Absolute cinema. But I hope you enjoyed Phantom Dust, because I absolutely adore this game. I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one. Try it out. You will not regret it.